everyone, it's Ashley Jamerson and it is Tuesday. I am in my office, I'm in gym clothes, I'm waiting for my husband to come and pick me up for lunch and take me to Cava because I basically had a very rough day. One of my closings that was scheduled for this month got pushed back to next month. I sort of had a feeling that it would, but I have been rushing to get paperwork together for my reno loan in which the seller is out of the country, getting that together so that one can close on next Monday, which was Tuesday. So I lost the day, and every day I lose 6 hours because he's 6 hours ahead. I have been working on another file, waiting for that one to close. It's scheduled for the 29th, but it may close on the 30th, so that did a little switcheroo. And then I am still waiting on confirmation for the closing that was supposed to happen last month, that got moved to this month, that was supposed to close last week and will hopefully close this week. So super stressed out trying to get that taken care of. In real estate, it's you plan a lot and then you leave things open for chance, for rescheduling, for hiccups, for hurdles. And this morning I've been dealing with a huge hurdle. And again, I feel like I'm a work in progress as I become more busy in my business. I am learning the best way for myself to stay organized and stay on top of multiple files at once, but I'm also learning how to communicate better with agents that either are not as experienced or we just have different communication styles. Like some words mean one thing to me but may mean differently for other people. So I need to maybe learn how to put myself in other people's shoes just so I can communicate better for the sake of my clients. Yeah, I'm a work in progress. No one's perfect, no realtor is perfect, but I do go to the bat for my clients all the time just to make sure that they get the best deal and the best house possible. I had one agent sign up officially on yesterday. We have our first one-on-one later on this week. I'm super excited about that. Again, I mentioned yesterday briefly that my assistant starts on the 1st, so I've been looking through paperwork and trying to perfect that paperwork for her start date. This will be the very first time ever that I have relinquished control of my files to another person, so I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I'm super excited to see if there's any books that you recommend, like leadership books or anything like that, other than the Realtor Bible, which is $1 Million Real Estate Agent. If there's anything out there that you think I should read, definitely let me know, because again, I'm growing my business and I want to grow it right. I want it to be a great business that I can pass on to my kiddos in the future. So I do want it to have a very strong foundation. One of the things that I've been working on personally is like making sure I have time off and spending a lot of time with my family. So this weekend I really didn't do any work at all, which felt really, really good coming into this week, which I knew would be very, very busy. Looking forward to the coming weeks, my family, we really, really enjoy going to the Strawberry Festival and the Jazz Festival, but this year they both fall on May 4th, the same day. And my husband and I have to decide which one we want to take our kiddos to this year. Of course, the Jazz Festival is all week, but the highlight was taking our kids to the Saturday live music events. We could possibly do both, like maybe do the Strawberry Festival in the morning, which is technically the best time to go, down in Fort Mill, and then come back up to Uptown Charlotte and do the Jazz Festival. But with toddlers, you really have to pace yourself, because when they need a nap, they definitely let you know. Having the minivan definitely helps out a lot because, you know, we can cool down in the car, grab some water, they can take a quick nap going back up 85 and at least watch a movie and relax before we get uptown, but I doubt they'll make it. So we need to get that done. Tomorrow I'm excited because I believe my clients are going to write an offer on that awesome property here in Charlotte that's new construction with True Homes. Now, I can't say this enough, and I'll probably say it again Wednesday and Thursday in those editions of this video, but that house is such a good deal. It's crazy. It's 3 bedrooms, has a big game room, walk-in closets, 2-car garage on a huge lot on a cul-de-sac. Again, it's in the Charlotte city limits, and it's under 220, and there's no HOA. So when I called sites of that house and knowing what's going around or what's being built up around that area and the projection of what's coming soon, basically, it's just going to be such a great value. So my client is going to make an official offer or decision tomorrow. We're going to be prepared to write an offer tomorrow afternoon, and that house will be ready in September. If you want to be put on my list of homes, basically, or like my list in which when I see a really good deal, I'll let you know. Wade Journey a few weeks ago released 5 houses, and I had 2 people on my list that were approved, like 100% approved, and one of them was able to grab one of the 5 houses within the little bit of time it was on the market. And then this house, of course, is such a good deal. I've just reached out to everyone in my pipeline over and over again. And I had 3 people that were approved, but one person who just was really specific about the area she wanted. But 2 people were really locked in. So one of them is going to write an offer. It's a really good house. It's a little bit bittersweet. My reno project closes next week. That house, when I walked into it, it's beautiful. It's my cozy contemporary listing. It closes, and so I'm just going to go there a couple times this week just to maybe take some last minute photos of my design ideas that I put into that house, and of course finish cleaning it out for my client, wrap up that file, and it closes. But tomorrow looks busy, but tomorrow's Wednesday, so we know that my Wednesdays are wicked. So I'm hoping that tomorrow is lovely and I don't have any situations. I do have a 9 o'clock, an 11 o'clock, a 12 o'clock, a 1 o'clock, and a 2:30. But we shall see how it works out for me tomorrow. Hello everyone, and happy Wednesday. This is Ashley from Ashley Lambert Realty, and I'm actually getting ready to walk a property with my client, and I think that's her. She just pulled up. Yeah, so she was able to snag this Wade Journey new build, and she's closing on it early next month, so early May, and everything is done except for the water, the landscaping, and the driveway has not been poured yet, but pretty much everything else is good. So we're going to walk around, measure, take a look at things. Her land, or her lot, is actually a lot larger than what I remember. It's so odd how things look so different once the house is actually put on the lot. So let me go and open the door for her, and then I'll show you guys what's going on inside. So I just finished walking the house with my client. We have about 2 more weeks, and then she'll be ready to move into her new home, and she's super excited and super eager. Usually the last 2 weeks is the hardest week when you're doing new construction because it looks done but not quite done, and there's just little touches that need to be done here and there, and so that's usually saved for the blue tape or the final walkthrough with the builder, and we go through and we tape up the items that we feel need to be repaired, and then they come through and they fix those things. So that's a May closing. While I was there, I received all types of emails from the lender and the attorney regarding another closing that's happening. It's supposed to happen this week. I have no idea. I've never had a situation in which the seller wasn't ready or able to sell the home in the amount of time that's needed to close. So typically a file will close on average 25 to 30 days, and my client was ready. Like, everything was in, we were ready to go to the closing table, and it got pushed back, then it got pushed back again, and now they're talking next month, and I'm like, that's not good, because we have interest rate locks and we have apartment leases that are up because you guys were not ready. So a little bit hectic there, but it is now 1:27. I have to head up to Midland and show a model home for True Homes, hopefully write up this offer / contract, because if it's new construction, you rarely are able to do a lot of negotiations when it comes to items and things like that, or for price. But we are heading up there to check it out. She said she really loves the lot. I'm really excited for her. And then I'm heading home. I have so much paperwork to do. I'm thinking it might be a pizza night for the kiddos, will possibly watch Aladdin for the 57th time in preparation for our vacations and things like that. But yeah, my to-do list is almost done. One more thing on my to-do list, and then I can chillax. But this has been a crazy day. Just want to knock it out, get it done. But good news is my NACA still moving so smoothly. I'm gonna have to do a video with this guy because this is the smoothest running NACA file ever. So far, everything is legit on time. My contractors have been really awesome at sticking to the timeline. They're over there finishing up some things. I mentioned H&S Roofing in a previous video, but they do awesome work. I actually had the guy's cell phone. They originally told me 2 to 3 weeks, and I was like, that's not gonna work. I need you like this week. And then he texted me and said it'll be done by Saturday. Today's Wednesday, and my contractor texted me and said, were you expecting anyone? And I said no, and he's like, there's someone here fixing the roof. So that's awesome. We just got that, so that'll be done by the end of the day. Tomorrow morning is the plumber, and then we'll be able to do re-inspection tomorrow. I'm super excited. Again, this is the first time since my guy Sean went to Raleigh that I've had a NACA file be so smooth. Like, I'm very thankful. If this actually closes out as smoothly as it has been the whole time, I'm gonna make a whole video, delete all of the negative videos. I'm just kidding. I will leave the negative ones up there just so people have a very realistic idea of what's going on. That's not my only NACA file I have right now, but this particular mortgage counselor, again, I'm saving his name until we close, but this specific mortgage counselor has been amazing. He answers his phone, he answers his emails. I'm very happy that I have him on my team. He's on my team. Like, if you're on my team, you stay there. I'm like really excited about that. So time to head up to Midland. It's about a 34-minute drive. I'm catching up on some NPR and then some traveling podcast. Again, I'm always in travel mode. I think I have a couple of weeks until our first vacation of the year, and then I'm still trying to squeeze one in for the very end of the year, which will sandwich the 2 that I've already planned. Like, I'm always in vacation mode, and I deserve it. Like, I work really hard, and I feel like I deserve a really good vacation, and it's just a good time to recoup and regroup with my family and make memories and things like that. In real estate, I think it's super easy to get burnt out, so you do need to have some type of outlet. And I mentioned before, gardening, cooking, canning, quilting, and traveling. You give me those things after a stressful day, any of those things, I'm a happy woman. But there's days where I can't do anything but work, and that's why you need a break. That's why I need a break. North Carolina, not Midland, Michigan. And I am waiting for my buyer clients to get here, and there's actually no one here at the model. I really wanted to go ahead and film this house. This is the Elon plan. It is 2,173 square feet, and I just wanted to take like a quick walkthrough, but it looks like I'm gonna be waiting. But if people knew what happened behind the scenes with real estate, they would be so shocked. Like the back and forth, the conversations between the builder, the attorney, the lenders, the appraiser, the inspector, contractors, the list goes on. And it's not all about just showing pretty houses. I wish it was, because that's like one of my favorite things about real estate is viewing property, selling property, but of course there's like the back end work that's required. So when I initially started today's video, it was almost 1 o'clock. I started filming late. Of course, it's Wicked Wednesday. It started out really rough. I have my reno project closing next week. I have a fallout from last month, or not really a fallout, but like a reschedule from last month that was supposed to be happening this week, but is happening on the 30th. And then helicopter. If there's a really bad accident, down here, so I think that's why everyone is running late. The closing that was pushed back from April to May, that one is closing again on the 30th. The 30th is like a really, really busy day for realtors, and it's also a really, really busy day for attorneys. Attorneys absolutely hate closing on the 30th because that's when everybody wants to close, obviously. Next week I have 3 closings scheduled, and then 4 scheduled for May. So yeah, it's going to be busy next week, but busy in a good way. Obviously closings are bittersweet. You sort of kind of lose a client, but you gain a forever friend or a forever client, which is a client slash friend. So I'll definitely be in touch with them and things like that. But real estate is interesting. The past, I would say, week and a half has been ridiculously stressful. I was going to the gym consistently. I haven't been to this helicopter. I haven't been to the gym at all this week. I definitely need to go to the gym like ASAP, punch some bags or something, because it's just been stressful. So I do have a new agent. I will put her information below. She just started. So as you can see, I'm in my office. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in my car because I need to send over a revised document for the attorney. So I'm very lucky. I just do this hotspot thing, but I just have to get this done, and it just can't wait until I get home, because if they decide to buy this house, then I won't be able to get home till like 4, and this is like a time sensitive type item, so I definitely need to get this over. I work a lot from my car. So the thing about knowing your forms, if you extend the closing date, hold on, hey, this is Ashley.
Bye.
Okay, so one of the things that you need to know is that your realtor needs to know these forms, because the attorney is asking us to extend the closing to the end of April. Now, if I just extend it to the end of April, that also extends the grace period of 2 weeks, which would give the sellers, to close this file. It would give them, 14 additional days, which is way too long for interest rate locks for May. We're just not doing it. Or they can pay really close attention and click the little box and extend it the right amount of time. That is my client right there. As I was saying, it's really, really important to know your real estate files so you know what you are extending. Oh my goodness, another call. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that was literally like 3 phone calls back to back. That's how my days are. And luckily I was able to log on and then redo this amendment and then send it off to my client to e-sign so I can get it to the seller, and then so I can get it to the attorney. But I am going to call the attorney because the last addendum ended on April 18th, which gives us that grace period of 14 days. So technically the addendum that she has will work, but the lender is requesting one with the date. So I just need her I just need her to make sure that she understands that, because I don't know how long it's going to take for the seller to sign this document. They're always busy. So let's get this done. My contractor is absolutely hilarious. I really love working with him. Really, really strong cornerstone of my team. So I'm really glad I found him. Last year, I lost a listing because my contracting teams sucked, like big time. I mean, I can't even describe how badly my contractor team sucked. So I lost the listing, which is basically the equivalent of about $8,000 on that specific property, because I had a contractor and he was doing great work until he no longer did great work. He like completely jacked up a house. I'm really anti-filler when it comes to repairing I call it cardboard siding, but hardboard siding, you can feel it or you can replace it. I'm all about replacing it, but this guy was feeling it, and he was feeling it, and it just looked bad. It was really shady work. Hated it. So had to get rid of him. And then on the fly, I was trying to find another contractor, and my neighbor, who has a very ugly house, by the way, he does not take care of his own house. That should have been a big red flag. My neighbor is a contractor, has his own contracting company, and he went out there to my listing and he jacked it up. I mean, he didn't do anything to the house, thank goodness, but his appearance, his professionalism, everything was jacked up. I mean, it was just really bad. So they ended up buying a home with me, but I didn't get the listing. So that was shady. That, I mean, not from them, because, you know, from their point of view, it's like, this girl don't know nobody to fix our house. So I can understand, but it was just, the dude was shady, and again, he messed up my money, basically, so no bueno there. But this contractor's amazing, so amazing that he is installing a huge French drain system in our backyard around my garden space, which I'm going to have to show you guys soon. And he is putting up a new fence, and he's also building us a huge 10 by 12 storage shed with a little porch patio type area, so I can sit out back and watch my garden grow. Really excited about that. That's going down starting in a couple of weeks, so you'll be able to meet them, which is really, really cool. But I think I'm going to log off and give my client a heads up that I need her to sign that like ASAP, and then I'll get it over to the seller side to sign, but I will go ahead and talk to the attorney and all that good stuff. I can talk about my team forever. My inspector team is on point. My contractor team is on point. I've been using the same attorney since I've been doing real estate in Charlotte, because she's absolutely amazing. So amazing we're even Facebook friends, which is it's a big deal if you are friends with people outside of work. So yeah, my team's awesome. And now I have a NACA Connect. Who would have thought that I would have a NACA Connect? That file is going amazing. He replied back to my email, because sometimes when things are going a little bit too good, you're like, what's going on here? But he confirmed that everything's going smoothly. So that's actually going to close in about a week and a half, because her house is what I got the phone call from Hugo, my contractor, about. So super excited, you guys. So I'm back in my car. I just finished showing my clients the Elon model out here in Midland. This, of course, is a True Homes model, and they decided they want to do it. They want to go ahead and go under contract. So I've already reached out to Robert, who is my go-to guy with True Homes. He's on vacation, so whenever he gets back from the beach, he has some work to do while the kiddos eat dinner. Boo-hoo. But yeah, so they decided to go forward, and experiences like this honestly make being a realtor really, really great. They walked in the home. I knew that the husband already loved the lot. I mean, it's very big compared to what you currently get in the Charlotte area. So I knew the husband loved it, and it was up to the wife when they looked at the floor plans, like, will they walk in and love the house? And so they do. They do. They absolutely loved it. She had just a huge smile on her face the whole time. They can envision themselves and their family in this house. So that makes being a realtor fun. Not all the drama, not all of the stress of not turning in documents and closing on time. Things like this really makes me love being a realtor. So it's 3:56. I haven't eaten anything all day. So I've been like literally on the run or doing something since this morning. I had coffee, water, a Coca-Cola. I'm about to drink an Orange Crush. And then I always carry something to munch on in my purse. But all I had to eat today was like this freeze-dried fruit, which is the equivalent of 1 cup of fruit. Like, that's what it says on the packet. So I haven't eaten. So I'm going to go home, which is about 33 minutes from Midland. and I am going to regroup, eat an apple, eat something to just hold me over till dinner, and I'll see if my husband will let us go to Barcelona for a really good veggie burger or bean burger. I'm really hoping I don't want to cook tonight. I just want to regroup. The past few days have been rough, guys, so I'm just so glad, like, the sun is shining. A new contract got solidified. My NACA file, as you know, my NACA Connect is amazing, so my NACA file is going smooth. I really can't complain right now. I'm on cloud 9, so I really just need to get home and regroup before I go get my toddlers, because sometimes they lose it. I'm still working on my patience. But yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, so this is good stuff. I'm very happy. So I will check in with you guys either later on this afternoon or first thing in the morning.